I got the belts plastered around my room. Not the ones that I fought for, but small little token ones, just to keep my mind in tune with what the goal is, but just him. I don't focus on the belt, just him.
I want to fight Anthony Joshua, exclusive, because I know that I will beat Anthony Joshua's ass. I know I will
just got
beat...
knocked out, right?
Yeah.
Well, realistically, it's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division.
Anthony Joshua is serious now, especially since Jake Paul entered the heavyweight scene with big claims. After Paul said he could knock Joshua out quickly, Joshua stared at him coldly, changing the whole mood. No smiles or jokes, just tense silence. People said Joshua looked calm but clearly annoyed. It was the kind of calm that comes right before a fight. Jake tried to stay brave, but Joshua's size, skill, and presence made it clear. He had stirred a giant.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Let's go!
Jake Paul talks big online, but meeting Anthony Joshua in person was different. His confidence and bold knockout claims disappeared when he saw how scary Joshua really is. Standing close, Jake's body changed and his eyes looked down for a moment. Fans saw his confidence crack. Joshua didn't yell, threaten, or smile. He just stared at Jake with the calm focus of someone who's fought real battles in the ring.
He's going to get battered. He's going to get absolutely
You're preaching to the choir, bro.
annihilated.
Yeah, take it to just as they turn to the side. That's it, just there. And watch Jake. He looks at him, keeps looking, and then Joshua looks back. Yeah.
Jeez.
Great.
I just, it's incredible, really.
Joshua is taking a big risk by fighting Jake Paul. Experts say it's not just about the fight, it's about his reputation. Former heavyweight Dave Allen warned that if Paul even hits him, it could hurt Joshua's achievements. Some say the fight is just for money. Promoter Eddie Hearn said, "You can't eat legacy." People worry Joshua might trade his hard-earned fame for cash. If it goes wrong, he could be remembered more for chasing money than being a boxing legend. This fight is a huge risk for him.
A lot of boxing fans will think this is a massive stain on his career and a bit of an embarrassment. Now, you two have done it. I'm sure you would both fight Jake Paul tomorrow, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but we're both retired. And we'll be looking at it saying, still an easy fight because he can't box, he's useless. So it's risk reward, minimum risk, massive reward. So of course we'd fight Jamie.
No, but you say that, it's a big risk, Carl. Big risk.
I'm not having that.
Big risk. If you don't go and annihilate him in the first 30 seconds,
Yeah, it's fixed.
Can you right, it's fixed. Oh, he's pulling him round.
Yeah.
He's talking about me fighting him though. So would you think that was fixed if I didn't go and annihilate him? 11 years retired. I think that's the point George makes. He always does a little dig and says,
no, but say you go out there and it's a tough fight for you. You can say, well, what would you expect? I haven't boxed for 11 years. But then it's like, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard. Do you want that?
Nobody thinks any less.
You've got the best ending.
Yeah, I've got
to your career.
Definitely.
So,
nobody thinks any less of Mike Tyson because he lost to Jake Paul.
He was 58 years old.
Yeah, exactly. So
he was in hospital a week before.
Listen, I've been retired 11 years, and I'd still go in there, in my opinion, and whoop him. I don't think it'd be hard at all. So listen, he won't fight me. He's pretending he don't know who I am now, for a start. So he's thought.
how can he not know who you are?
Froch means business. How can he not know?
Meanwhile, the fight could be very dangerous, even life-threatening for Jake Paul. Rising heavyweight Moses Adama told Paul to think about his health first, warning that one wrong punch could cause lasting damage.
I do believe it because AJ's involved, and I think AJ'd struggle to. He's going to take enough flack over this, but again, it's money talk. So I think AJ will struggle because it's an Owen situation. If he goes in there, Jake Paul lasted the distance. What does he tell you about AJ? Apart from he's just earned an extra 15 million quid. If he goes there and struggles with Jake Paul, then what do you say about AJ? Your heydays are well and truly over. If he goes in there and knocks him out, then I'll say that's to be expected. So the glory, there's probably not much glory in it, apart from the haters of Jake Paul to say, right, I've got rid of this kid. I think it's very brave of Jake Paul. So now the problem child has got us to believe this fight's actually happening. So now you've got our attention. So now you've got to back up the boast. It's not about. You're not playing tiddlywink. This is the only game you can't play. You can play football, golf, tennis. You can't play boxing.
Former pro Amir Khan said straight out that Joshua could really hurt him. There's a risk of brain damage.
Great fight, and I think Joshua sparked him out in like 2 rounds. Really? Yeah, why do you look surprised when I don't.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying.
Come on, bro. You're fighting like one of the best heavyweight fighters in the world against a YouTuber. Like, come on. Like, respect the sport of boxing. And if AJ has to go in there and show these influencers that, listen, you can't fuck about with boxing. You know what I mean? Someone's going to get hurt badly, and this could be one of the first fights where a fighter gets hurt badly, because if you look at the size difference and the power difference, I mean, bro, there could be brain damages going on there. AJ could hurt him badly, you know.
Well, when you look at Francis Ngannou, who's one of the most fearsome combat styles there is. I know it's MMA, but we saw what AJ did to Ngannou. So,
and that's why you don't look. You can't be surprised if AJ is going to do the same to what's it called again? What? Jake Paul.
Former champ Carl Froch agrees, saying a fight with Paul could hurt AJ's reputation and make people doubt his Hall of Fame potential. At the same time, AJ says he cares about staying healthy, calling his legacy walking out safe.
Anthony Joshua knows he's finished at any sort of elite level or world level. He won't be trying to go down the world title level anymore. This is just a cash out. So good luck to him. Fair play to him. But hopefully when he's finished this fight, he'll be honest with us and say, listen, I've milked it, I've creamed it. I've had an unbelievable touch at the end of my career. I mean, he's already had an outrageous touch, Annie, with the involvement of Saudi Arabia. And now he's just creaming it at the end. He's got fake Paul, which is massive. Great for AJ, fair play to him. Anybody would do the same at the end of the career he's had. You know, he's not an elite heavyweight, is he? He's never going to come back and become a world champion again, in my opinion.
Bookmakers say Anthony Joshua is the big favorite against Jake Paul. Joshua's odds are about -200, while Paul's are around +650 to +900. This shows the huge difference in skill and experience. A $1,200 bet on Joshua could win $100, but a $100 bet on Paul might win $650 to $900. Most sportsbooks also think Joshua will likely win by knockout, showing people expect a one-sided fight.
According to BetOnline.ag, Jake Paul is +600 against Anthony Joshua, who's -1,000. So for those that don't know how this works, if you bet $100 on Jake Paul, you get $600 back. But you have to bet $1,000 on Anthony Joshua to get $100 back.
Right. Anthony's a big favorite based on those numbers.
A huge favorite.
Yeah.
A huge favorite. 10-1 odds. What do you think will happen? Originally, Jake Paul was supposed to fight Gervonta, who was also very heavily favored, but he was much smaller. Anthony Joshua was a lot bigger. He's actually bigger than Jake Paul, and a top-notch boxer at that.
I just want to say I like the Paul brothers a lot. I wish Jake his best. I hope Jake wins.
Okay. Do you think he'll win?
I think he'll win.
Really? Are you willing to bet that he'll win?
I would bet Jake wins.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you going to bet that Jake wins?
Yeah, I'm going to bet Jake wins.
Okay. 6-1 odds.
Yeah, I'll bet.
How much do you think he'll put down? This is not me and you betting, by the way. How much are you going to put down on Jake Paul?
I don't think any amount that I'll be allowed to bet is going to move my needle enough. So I think more I'm going to bet just to show a little love. Probably put $1,000 on Jake.
Okay, so you'll get $6,000 at best. So this is just spending money.
Yeah, I think it's just for fun. I just want to support the homie. I just want to see him win. I want to see everyone make money. I don't think anything I bet. I mean, I don't even know. How much can I really bet realistically? Let's say I put
$100,000.
$100,000 and win $600. I don't think the risk of $100,000 is worth it.
It's a lot of risk.
It's a lot of risk.
It's a lot of risk.
I don't think it's worth it.
I mean, because he has to actually win, not just survive all whatever many rounds.
Even if he does win, I don't. You know, when I used to gamble, it was a full-time job. You know, it was never like for entertainment, and this is for pure entertainment.
Yes.
So to spend $100,000 to have some fun, the same fun I can have without spending $100,000.
Yeah, you can have the same fun for $1,000.
Yeah.
Or $100 at that, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these odds are fairly wild.
Jake Paul said his fight with Anthony Joshua could be worth about $267 million. Reports say each might earn $92 million, but Paul hinted the total, including streaming and pay-per-view, could be even higher. This would make it one of the richest fights ever. The matchup is a big gamble. Joshua is an Olympic champ with power, reach, and experience, while Paul is a flashy social media fighter with fewer pro rounds, more about show than skill. Many think Paul is at a big disadvantage. The fight is less about legacy and more about spectacle, but stakes are high. Joshua needs a strong win to stay elite, while Paul could boost his reputation with an upset, or face doubts if he loses. This fight is a risky test of ego, legacy, money, and skill. Once the bell rings, everything will be decided in the ring.
Jake is fighting AJ.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to give him props. Fair play, Jake. That is a big fight.
props.
I mean, AJ should knock him out.
It is a weird one. Like, am I just being stupid? Like, is he not just going to wig him?
AJ
Like, is
by
he-
soap being dropped in prison style. AJ by brutal Bonnie Blue scene. AJ by just something vile.
Him even stepping up to fight AJ.
Why not for Joshua?
JJ
Why not for Joshua? What the fuck's
AJ
going on?
is
That is
two-time
crazy.
heavyweight world champion. Yeah,
Like,
it's no
fair
joke.
play, man.
Alexander Usyk, the undisputed heavyweight champ, shared his thoughts on Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. He highlighted Joshua's experience, power, and smart fighting, saying a trained heavyweight is much tougher than anyone Paul has faced before. While he recognized Paul's athleticism and confidence, Usyk said the fight clearly favors Joshua, predicting a win by knockout or late stoppage.
Some people complaining about AJ taking that fight. Obviously, it's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
Do you see something wrong with AJ taking that fight?
This is just a lot of money. It's just a show.
Right.
This is not interesting sport because, guys, brothers, Anthony, it's Olympic champion.
Right.
Jake, it's just sportsman. Yeah, YouTuber. Jake do a lot of work. Special coach, special food, a lot of exercise, new.
Yes.
But this is guy don't have a mother fights.
Right.
Never
Right.
a mother fights. Maybe them wrestling now professional, but Joshua, Anthony Joshua, it's Olympic champion.
So how long does that fight last?
Listen, my opinion, it's 1 round because Anthony twice, my fight twice, jab.
Very hard.
Yeah, look. You know, this is.
And still from this
Damn,
fight.
this jab.
Yeah.
Boom.
College basketball coach Frank Martin was honest about the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua fight. He called it wild and a little like a circus but said it's exciting for sports fans. He praised Joshua's power and experience, saying fighting a real heavyweight isn't easy, even for confident Jake Paul. At the same time, Martin said he's curious to see how Paul's athletic and unusual style works against a skilled fighter.
I consider Jake now, I wouldn't consider him like a YouTube fighter no more. I feel like he put in the time, he gotten better throughout like all his fights, like he done got better throughout all those fights, But it's still like when you fighting like fighters who actually like done it for like their life, their whole life, it's a little different. If that fight happened, it'll be a good money fight. It'll be a good money fight. But that's a tough task for, Jake going to get that big ass heavyweight AJ. I know AJ personally, so that's a tough task, and that motherfucker could punch.
KSI said that hype and showmanship often drive these crossover fights, making them more about entertainment than sport. He criticized Jake Paul for hurting influencer boxing, saying some of Paul's promotions are more about attention than skill. Jake Paul is very confident before fighting Anthony Joshua, claiming he's found real weaknesses. On his podcast, he said Joshua has a weak chin, limited skill, and moves stiffly. He pointed to Joshua's knockout loss to Daniel Dubois as proof and sees it as a chance to strike. For Paul, this isn't just talking, it's a careful plan.
I knew AJ and Jake was never going to happen.
I didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought it was actually going to happen? Bro, it's so crazy. Like, I feel like so many people just believe everything online.
But that's pretty unbelievable on the other hand.
I feel like I know. Well, okay, how do I say it like this? Itoma versus White. I had a lot of people bet on White winning. And I'm there like, you guys don't watch boxing, do you? You just look at a record and go, Dylan's fought many more people than Itoma. That record says a lot. Itoma's like 18, not 18, Itoma's 20, inexperienced, one. Like, I just knew Itoma was gonna just destroy him. And I think a good fight for Itoma would be him and Wilder. I think that'd be a very good fight. Get his name around in the American end. and I think that'll be done in probably a few rounds as well. Itoma's a very good fighter, but I think pushing him to Usyk is a stupid idea.
He believes his unusual style, athleticism, confidence, and past wins give him a real chance at what many see as a huge risk. Paul says fights like this are about seizing the moment, spotting weaknesses, and challenging the top fighters. Joshua's reputation might scare others, but Paul sees it as motivation. He wants this fight to make his name in boxing history. Facing a top heavyweight and former champion, Paul says this fight is more than just another match. It's proof he can compete at the highest level.
Now they'll never give me credit until I have the world championship belt, but that's okay. It doesn't matter, but belts collect dust, and what I've done in the sport is unprecedented. Never will be replicated, and done it in such a short amount of time. Just getting warmed up, they're not going to give me credit, but I don't need the credit from these bozos, to be honest. The credit's in my bank account.
For him, this fight is proof that his past wins weren't luck or easy matches. Paul says beating Joshua would end all doubts about him as a fighter. He sees the fight as a big turning point in his career. Beyond money and fame, Paul thinks this could be the biggest test and the most important moment of his boxing journey.
They said, fight a real boxer. They said, fight someone your size. They said, fight a world champion. We looked at a long list of supposed fighters for me to fight the world. Make no mistake, this is the biggest fight of my career. I'm walking into the lion's den. I'm doing something that no one else has ever done before. I, Jake Joseph Paul, will knock out, defeat, and embarrass Anthony Joshua Friday, December 19th, live on Netflix. My voice cracked, I'm still going through puberty. The biggest fight of 2025, USA versus UK. He's got the belts, the size, the history, but I have the balls. Be careful what you wish for. Jake versus Joshua, Judgment Day. He has a 90% knockout ratio, but I have a 100% chance of drinking this Celsius.
Can Jake Paul really beat Anthony Joshua, or is this fight one-sided? Share your thoughts in the comments below.